Hi everyone. Hello, my name is Shekhar Adhikari and I'm going to speak about the design thinking process in cooking. Mainly, I'm going to speak about chicken momo. It's a kind of a dish loved by most of my people in my country, Nepal. At first, I'm going to describe how cooking is related with design thinking, and then I will continue the recipe in the next video. It's like cooking is the first step in is to get the recipe started, uh, but one should always keep in mind that the final audience, the users are people who we are serving. They should know about We should know about their likes and dislikes. We should consider their flavors. If they are allergic to something else, it's usually called the empathy phase or empathize. Like uh, what's the main design thinking involved here is like empathizing with users helps to set aside one's own assumptions and judgment to gain real insights in the users motivation and frustration. And if we know about the details first, what the user likes and feel about their experience, it helps in creating better menu for them. And next step of design thinking is defining where do we in this step we can relate like what we are going to do. Every time a recipe gets going, the first step is to check for the ingredients and total time it would take to prepare and cook, and what are the ingredients mainly involved. Is there enough time to complete the process? We have to question ourselves. And any recipe is the one an easy recipe is the one with limited ingredients and relatable process. So at this step, what's the main design thinking involved? uh, at the beginning of each project, we plan the scope and the time it would take to achieve the goal. How would the team go about the various stages? Uh, define define the brief timeline, various stakeholders involved, along with the areas. Uh, what's our scope? Create a longitudinal view of the entire project during the planning phase. It's like kind of planning as well. Next comes the ideation or brainstorming. I would like to call it a brainstorming phase where you come up with lots of ideas flavors, taste in cooking and in preparation of time period of cooking. Uh, for example, if you prepare a meal and it's not stewing hot, not tasty, then no one would like it. So similarly, in this ideation phase, we gather data from the users as much as possible, keep relooking, edit for new meanings and connection, hunt for micro stories from users that highlight their experience, redefining the brief. And these ideas cannot just be based on personal preferences. The flavors of design thinking helps in maintaining a balance in ideas. Is the idea desirable? Is it technically feasible? Is it viable for the business? We have to question ourselves. And the three lenses of innovation, which includes the factors like desirability, viability, and feasibility. Are you going to come up with the best solution that the user's gonna like? That's the main thing we will discuss in ideation phase. Next comes the prototype phase of design thinking. The best way to know a recipe whether it is working or not is to test it. So what we do at the ideation phases, we just first test by ourselves or with our co-workers or with some few number of people. It's basic like testing. No one waits the recipe to completely evolve like a perfect test. uh, we have to do constant checks and micro validation to help it achieve its like a final zing to get its final point that low. Yeah, this is awesome, this is good. Create a prototype is a scaled down version of the solution that we have created lots of solution. And then comes the test period. At this phase, what we do after the completion of on our cooking is we would like to serve the dish and observe the reaction of the diners or the users. The not only observe what they like to incorporate for another meal, but also notice what went wrong. This helps in avoiding errors which we are not taking risks at the next stage. Similarly, at the final prototype with multiple stakeholders involved, we observe how they interact, what did they loved about it, what were the things they didn't like and they didn't understand about the food, and record and remember their reactions around round of iteration, retain what they loved and then reiterate on what they complained about so that we can make a progress. And finally comes the implementation phase in the design thinking. A recipe does not perfect itself at the very first time. After solving a new recipe that is how familiar, there is always a scope for minor addition or subtraction to that recipe. Every time the dish is recreated, there is always a minor tweak to it, the hope of nearing perfection. The same goes for the final solution through the process. There's always, I already said, there's always a room for improvement. So at the evaluate and evolve phase or the implement phase, we can do this. So
Onion lips, finely chopped onion lips, finely chopped red onion. Add some cumin seeds on a preheated oil. Add some red chilies to make it spicy. Heat it in a mild flame about 10 to 15 minutes. And it in a mixture. Your pickle, or simply called momo achar, is now ready. Here I am going to speak about how to make a momo paste or keema. First, we take an empty bowl and mix chopped onion leaves, chicken wings, some salt, uh, red chili powder, and then turmeric powder, and we need to add some ginger garlic paste. Just half a spoon is enough, teaspoon. And then we add some spices depending upon our taste. Spices maybe around 2 to 3 or just average 2 spoon. We can add garam masala as well. You can find these spices in your nearest market like Ollie's, if you go to the Asian section. And you need to add some momo masala as well. And we need to mix it well. And just beware, don't add too much of spices. And then we will take some preheated butter. I have already heated the butter in a pan. You can take around 100 to 200 gram of butter and heat it, and then add in the mixture. Yeah, this is the preheated butter. And then mix it well, and then your paste will be ready for momo, chicken momo. This is how we've load the ready paste on a pastry. We need to put some butter on this basket. We need to maintain gap.